As the dust settles on another exhilarating season of fantasy football, it's time to reflect. Join me as we dive deep into the performance of our cutting-edge models here on Zilla Fantasy Elite. Today, we'll celebrate our victories and analyze our defeats as we dissect the 5 best and 5 worst calls of the season with the RStudio model. Get ready to relive these highs and lows and gain insights into the quote-unquote unpredictable world of fantasy football. Don't miss out on our exclusive analysis. Subscribe now. Let's rewind and review, only on Zilla Fantasy Elite. Let's first look into the 5 best calls from our RStudio model. First player on that list is Deuce Vaughn, the Dallas running back rookie. Vaughn's limited opportunities and underwhelming performance aligned with our model's projections, which positioned him low in the rankings among rookie running backs. And despite early excitement in the preseason, his lack of significant playing time validated the model's foresight in predicting his subdued impact in fantasy football. So to give some numbers around that, Deuce Vaughn, as you can see here, 33rd out of 36 running backs in the RStudio model for 2023. He finished the season with 23 carries, 40 yards, which is only good for 1.7 yards per carry. He had 7 catches on 7 targets, which was pretty good, and 40 receiving yards on that, but only 5.7 yards per reception, which for a running back isn't all that great. Preseason, again, was electric. 25 opportunities in the first 5 weeks, and then he ended up finding himself inactive on game day in 8 of the next 12 games. So got those opportunities first, and then was inactive to kind of close out the season. He only received actually 5 more opportunities the entire season after those first 5 weeks. My biggest concern for Deuce Vaughn is that he earned some opportunity early in the season with how he played during the preseason. However, it seems like Dallas saw enough on the field and in practice to want to sit him for 2/3 of the remainder of the season and only give him 5 more total opportunities after week 5. Next on the list is Zach Evans, the Los Angeles Rams rookie running back from 2023. And despite high expectations in the pre-draft rankings, Evans' minimal snap share and lack of opportunities mirrored the model's prediction of his potential struggles in the NFL. Our analysis recognized the risk associated with Evans, demonstrating the reliability of the model's evaluation. So keep that in mind. Some numbers on Zach Evans. He was ranked 26th out of 36 running backs reviewed in 2023. He finished the season with a 2.5% snap share, 9 total opportunities on the season, no targets, 2.11 yards per carry on his opportunities. So 9 rushes, 2.11 yards per carry, not very good. And he found himself inside the top 5 of a lot of people's 2023 rookie running back rankings at some point in the pre-draft process. So the fact that this model was putting him towards the lower end, 26 out of 36 running backs, including ones that didn't end up even on a team on the 2023 season, I think it further solidifies this model's accuracy. Third on this list is Sean Tucker, the Tampa Bay running back. Tucker's declining usage after the initial weeks of the season reflected our model's forecast for his limited impact for fantasy football. And despite early recognition in rookie running back rankings, his diminishing opportunities validated, again, the RStudio model's cautious outlook on his fantasy production. So getting into some of Sean Tucker's numbers, he was ranked 19th out of 36 running backs in the RStudio model. I know a lot of people had him way higher than 19th. So numbers on the season, active in all but 2 games. Unfortunately for him, he just saw a 4.4% snap share, 15 carries, 23 yards, which is 1.5 yards per carry. Saw 2 targets, got 2 catches, and gained 9 yards on those 2 receptions. All 17 of his opportunities came in the first 3 weeks, and then not a single opportunity after that, but he was active in all but 2 of those games. So again, started strong, and then not one opportunity after those first 3 weeks. And he also found himself inside the top 5 of a lot of people's 2023 rookie running back rankings, similar to Zach Evans. And next on the list, De'Von Achane, getting into some positive ones here. Achane's explosive playmaking ability and impressive stats were accurately predicted by the model, which positioned him favorably among the rookie running backs. His consistent production and truly remarkable fantasy points per game validated the model's assessment of his potential impact. So some of Achan's numbers: he was the 5th ranked running back in the class out of 36. I know a lot of people were kind of dismissing him for his size. Maybe he's a one-trick pony. He's just fast, all that stuff. He ended up seeing a 43.3% snap share, 103 total carries. He gained 800 yards on those 103 carries, which is good for 7.8 yards per carry. Absolutely insane there. 37 targets, which is pretty good for a rookie running back. He caught 27 of those for another 197 yards. That's 7.3 yards per reception. Scored 11 total touchdowns as a rookie, 3 yards shy of 1,000 total yards on just 130 total opportunities in 11 games. So truly impressive stats from one of the most explosive playmakers at the running back position. 17.3 fantasy points per game, 1.36 fantasy points per opportunity. Guy just knocked it out of the park. And lastly, on our top 5 list here of best calls from the 2023 RStudio model is Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs' standout performance throughout the season affirmed the model's projection of him as a top-tier talent, and despite potential skepticism, his consistent fantasy production and impressive yards per carry validated the model's prediction of his success in the NFL. Getting into his numbers, he was the 4th ranked out of 36 running backs coming into the season. He had a 57.5% snap share in his rookie season, 182 carries for 945 yards, which is 5.2 yards per carry. Pretty impressive there. 71 targets as a rookie running back. Absolutely great. Seeing 70 plus there. Caught 52 of those balls for another 316 yards, 6.1 yards per reception. Scored 11 total touchdowns, 1,261 total yards in 15 total games. He found himself with 16.1 fantasy points per game and 0.96 fantasy points per opportunity, which ranked number 8 in the NFL in 2023. So very good call there from the model on Jahmyr Gibbs. And that rounds out our top 5 best calls on the RStudio model in 2023.